Josephs, and that seems to be the magic number for those two teams.
You know, Joe, we say this a lot to the viewers, but the face-offs today, these are very evenly matched teams, Penn and Villanova, and this game will have huge implications for the playoffs. Watch out for the face-off situation to see how that impacts the course of the game. It's going to be a big deal.
Villanova will control it. Neither team has scored. Penn, you can argue, has threatened. Now Rubin, he's been asked to take on a lot more of the scoring load for Penn. He's been up to that challenge.
He's played really well, and you know, he's a great little lefty shooter. He's not a huge guy. Good look inside. There you go.
Pretty good dish and a finish. Ben Smith, the sophomore, continues his sizzling start for Penn, and he gives the Quakers the 1-0 lead.
You know, we talked about that a second ago, Joe. Who's going to get the ball inside for higher quality looks from 5-6 yards out? You see the slide come here, one catch, one look, one goal, right? So Penn is the first team to get that super quickly and clog the inside.
That has looked pretty good so far here for Penn. And a score for Villanova. Extra man opportunity finally does pay off. Mason Reale, the senior midfielder, finds the back of the net, and it's 1-1.
You know, if we get a replay here, Joe, what you'll see is that for the first time they forced Penn into a rotation, and then they didn't rotate across the backside fast enough to give that shot. It wasn't a great angle shot.
Ivy League. 1:15 left, opening quarter. Shipley saying that he got pushed in.
You can't make that mistake, Joe. Early game, big game, playoffs and playoff implications, and you kind of run and fall in the crease. You just can't make the little mistakes like that. Little turnovers are what oftentimes swing these bigger type games.
Instead, Villanova does take over here. Penn an aggressive ride here to try to limit what Nova can do. Farrar involved in that. Brody Laporte goes for a long pole goal. Laporte, the grad student, gives Nova the lead. Back-to-back goals for the Wildcats.
You know, I don't know how much of a replay we're going to get here, Joe, and I'm a huge fan of B.J. Farrar's game, but you can't chase behind. If they show this all the way back, watch, they don't see it. He had him on the front side. He chased behind him. Once you chase behind like that, if you don't get that check, it's over. 6 solid fundamental lacrosse. It was not a Herculean period for either team where anyone distinguished themselves. They played good defense, and their goalie made some nice stops. So if you're Villanova, you're not playing the greatest lacrosse of your life, but you're winning 2-1, and you got your sea legs underneath you.
Costanzo coming on after winning that draw for Penn. Quakers getting their offensive unit all situated. Here's James Shipley, college football fan. George, that does create some fun battles right at the midfield line when the ball's trickling there. You've got one side trying to pull it over and the other side trying to shovel it back.
Totally.
See some pretty cool pile-ups there. Penn looking to get their offense rolling. Second midfield out at the moment. Walsh behind cage. We haven't gotten a clear answer yet in terms of who replaces Gergar's scoring prowess. Frankly, because Penn hasn't scored that much. A shot from distance, that changes. Nice fire by Hugh Mullane, who recently scored his first career goal, able to get on the board there.
This is a nice play by Cam Rubin. If they show this, the ball gets rotated inside to Rubin, who's one of the top scorers on Penn. Instead of trying to force a shot, he bumps it outside. You know, for all the nice saves Villanova's goalers, they've got to start to establish themselves as a force here. I'll be looking for Daly and Campbell this time down on extra man.
Penn so tightly packed in here. Able to find a hole anyway, though, and score was Gavin Durham. Villanova back in front, 3-2.
That time you had Villanova with two players camped out low underneath the goal line. They exchange the ball, and then there's a little tiny cut, and he's open long enough. It's a good look by Patrick Daly inside.
We're not a connection to the goal scorer, Gavin Durham. Big time collision on the shot.
Fast break opportunity here. Got to bump one more. Nice. Here you go, 4 on 3.
Rubin lets it fly off the pipe. Tough break there for Penn. Rubin buries that all day.
You're starting to see the transition.
Knocked out. It'll stay here. 29 seconds on the shot clock. Just feel the pace starting to pick up, George. The energy level starting to elevate out on the field.
Boy, Patrick Daly was wide open there inside. That was only for about half a second, but that's all he needs. They've got Piper Bond covering him. Wow, nice play.
Worked out anyway with Campbell finding the back of the net, and Villanova feeling good in this first half. For Campbell, it's goal number 14 on the year.
You knew sooner or later Campbell was going to show up and sort of play his way into the game. He's driving hard right-handed, rotates back left. This time Penn is better crammed inside. There's a good skip pass.
Piper Bond, the short stick, is set up low. And the release. Wow, what pressure from behind, but Luke Raymond, the sophomore, able to finish anyway. Wow, Raymond heard those footsteps and was able to cash in.
Yeah, in this day and age, sometimes it takes the big shooters a long time to get it off. In this case, he got it off quick, right? It's one catch. That ball's gone immediately. I'm not sure Emmett Carroll was totally adjusted yet with his feet set.
Penn's offense continues to try to get rolling here. Casey Mulligan out there trying to provide a spark. Here's Hanley going to work. Hanley, good find inside and a score. Mulligan gets the feed from Hanley, and Penn answers.
You know, that's the Sam Hanley we've been waiting to see, right? Sam finally starts creating offense, trying to force himself into the game. He has a little alley dodge down the left side. He's a really good passer. So he peels out, sees somebody open inside, catch, look, goal. Transition comes, he'll be part of it.
Here's Hanley trying to dodge in. Good ball movement here by Penn.
Doubled.
Shipley lost it. Villanova likes that jump. They were calling for it, and they got it. Camizio, another takeaway.
Yeah. Again,
Villanova with a dangerous offensive complement of players. Penn has gotten good play at the back overall, but you do wonder how long this lasts before the offense has to awaken.
You know, Villanova is deep, too. They're not just one or two great players. They have a lot of guys who can play. So, you know, they're displaying a lot of depth here with various different players that can attack the goal and make plays.
Campbell spins it back. A shot and a score. Campbell sets up Frazier, and Villanova strikes first in the second half.
Great play by Matt Campbell. You know, he's sort of dodging down the wing. Penn, I think, a little overly aggressively doubles him. He very smartly takes a look back up the top side, makes a really see the double there, and then no one slides to the top side player. Clean room and time shot. Boom. So very.
Now Blake able to get this clear. Penn getting their proper personnel out on the field.
That's another penalty kill for Penn. Again, we've talked about this ad nauseum, right? There's so many penalties, but they're not giving up goals, which is odd and surprising.
Big adjustment from the first half, where that's really the only way that Villanova scored. Hanley up at the point. Such a huge frame.
That's really good defense by the Villanova defender. He kept them in front of him at all times. Adjusted and wow.
Wow is right. A jump shot from Hugh Mullane, but coming out, the move was fancy. The shot was kind of a changeup, to be honest.
When he took the shot, I thought the Villanova goalkeeper was going to just eat that up. 10 seconds left.
Campbell gets it.
Great
Stopped
shot.
by Carroll. Quick stick. That one's knocked down as well. Ball being competed for. Penn comes away with it. Bond turning on the Jets up the sideline. Rubin has had a quiet afternoon as well.
He has been quiet. It's funny, Villanova gets in a really hard rotation here, and they play aggressively on the ball. Wow.
Man, pretty play there. Hanley feeding inside, and it's Ben Smith for his second of the game. Penn goes in front, 7-6.
If you watch this play, we were talking, Joe, about it was a really hard four-man rotation around the exterior perimeter of the 1-3-2. And because they were so rotating, they lost the crease guy just for half a second. And in lacrosse, you only have to be open for about a third or half a second. Boy, they had an advantage there and didn't take it.
Hanley.
Great save.
Muscled it through him.
In.
It was a save for a second, but Hanley blew him away.
Well, that's a shame for Villanova's goalie because he made a really nice body save there. But the shot was shot so hard and so powerfully that it just kind of continued going. It had forward momentum on it.
Well, I had to make sure, double check to make sure there wasn't a lacrosse ball-sized hole that just went through off of that Hanley shot. Timeout on the field. It is an 8-6 lead. Penn leading Villanova, and just like that, momentum completely turns around, and you see just squeaking through. Vuitton did not get enough of that one. Nearly did, but hey, opportunity here no matter what happens. 6 minutes left, plenty of time, no need to rush this.
No, and plus they keep possession, so no matter what happens, Penn can't score. Obviously, Joe, on a flag situation. Great
kick
shot.
Save made by Carroll.
That's another great shot by Austin Frazier. He's really an impressive player and fun to watch, too.
He's been trying to pick that exact corner. He's been
has.
going low, and he's been finding it, too. Carroll again a save. Rebound. Carroll gets in front of that one, too. Another effort. Bouncing.
Wow.
And that one's in.
You know, you knew Patrick Daly was going to be a threat and was going to show up. Boy, Emmett Carroll's making save. Daly scoops up a very difficult ground ball. He's big and physical and hard to move. He holds his ground, turns left-handed, and slugs one into the goal. So that's a big play to pull it to 8-7.
Carroll nearly able to get in front of that. And there's been a lot of defensive players for Penn who have been penalized over the course of this afternoon.
No doubt. If you're Villanova, this is it. I mean, this is a great chance to tie this game up.
Villanova led for almost the entire game.
God,
Carroll, another save.
Jesus. It's unbelievable.
That one faster than the eye could see. Here's Farrar in
Fast
transition,
break.
man down. Farrar, let it fly.
Great
Big save
save.
made Vuitton. Rebound, Hanley
What a
couldn't get
save.
it.
Wow, what a save. Both
Wow.
goalies are just incredible. Another break coming this way.
Campbell, time and space. Don't give that to him. He shoots. He
Wow.
scores. Tie game at 8.
What a play. You're starting to see some more open-ended ball going up and back. Both goalies making unbelievable saves. And finally, Matt Campbell gets one to go. He's made so many beautiful shots during this game, and just Emmett's been in a zone, a crazy zone for Penn. So now less than 2 to go, 8-8.
2 timeouts for Penn, no timeouts for Villanova. Campbell scores his second of the game here, and you could see, even with Bond draped all over him, he was able to get his hands free for the snipe.
Appears that Villanova is going to kind of peel some clock off. They've got about 22 seconds left on the shot clock. I think they're going to initiate their offense now. They're going up against Piper Bond, who's a short stick for Penn. Shot. Oh!
That one just missed the pipe.
Boy, he is some shooter, that Matt Campbell. That missed the pipe by, we were right on that angle, Joe. That was, what, 2-3 inches, and that thing was rocketed. It was shot really hard.
Couldn't have been more than that. And
Wow.
a last-second jump score. Matt Licata puts Villanova in front.
Wow, great play. See if we can see the replay here. It's funny, I think Penn's defensive group, after that shot by Campbell, relaxed for half a second. They lost their intensity. Licata comes around, makes a really good high to low shot. It's funny that Emmett had saved literally X you got, throw him now.
It's Licata trying to pivot away, and he stepped on the line. 12 seconds left. Penn's going to have a shot at this.
They better advance it quick.
Shipley lets it fly.
Who was that to?
To no one in particular.
Wow.
3 seconds left. Villanova's going to win this game.
Yeah. Villanova
Wildcats
wins
celebrate.
9-8. What a game. I woke up today thinking it'd be a one-goal game. I couldn't have predicted who would have won. And, boy, Emmett Carroll looks really disappointed and sad at his end. And for Villanova, that's a huge win. They've got a great body of work. They beat Penn State, who beat Cornell today. So Villanova's going to come out of this, you know, probably as a top 10 team, probably as a top 7 or 8 team. So this gives Villanova huge momentum,